Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to yet another intriguing integral to evaluate. It's the integral from 0 up to 1 of this expression here, dx. Now if you look at this expression here, you cannot use basic methods of integration or techniques of integration like use substitution or integration by parts. Now therefore, how do we approach this? Well, we use a simple technique, very nice and brilliant. It's called the Feynman's technique, which is basically differentiation under the integral. Now I want to show you how this works in this one. So let's get started. So we have the integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power 7 minus 1 divided by the natural log of x dx. Now in Feynman's technique, what we do is we define a function f of n to be equal to the integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power n minus 1 over the natural log of x dx. Now this is chosen carefully so that if you look at differentiation of this expression here with respect to n, it's an exponential function. So it will be the natural log of x times this expression here. That takes care of the natural log of x. So the idea is to get rid of the natural log of x, and then we carry on with integration. So, but before we do that, two observations we make from here. Observations. Two of them. The first one is the initial condition. F of 0 is equal to f of 0, put 0 here and 0 there. It will be the integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power 0 minus 1 over the natural log of x dx. Now if you notice, this is the same as the integral from 0 up to 1 of 1 minus 1 all over natural log of x dx. And this is the same as the integral from 0 up to 1, that is 0 over natural log of x is 0 dx, and this is basically equal to 0. So we're saying f of 0 is equal to 0. Observation 1. Observation 2, notice that to obtain this integral we just have to put 7 in the place of n. So replace n with 7, you are going to obtain this one. That should be observation number 2, and I want to write it on page 2. We will come back to these observations at later stage. So observation number 2, we are saying f of 7 will be equal to the integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power 7 minus 1 all over the natural log of x dx. Now you can agree with me that that is clear from here. You put 7 here, you put 7 here, you are back to the required integral there. But like I said at the beginning, Feynman's technique requires us to differentiate under the integral. Therefore, we have to go back to this integral here, and we have to differentiate both sides with respect to n. So let's proceed then. So we're saying the f of n, remember, is equal to the integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power n minus 1 divided by the natural log of x dx. Now we differentiate both sides with respect to n of f of n is equal to derivative with respect to n of the integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power n minus 1 over the natural log of x dx. Now if you look at inside here, we have two variables inside here. It's x and n, and therefore to proceed, you take this inside and it becomes a partial derivative. So this is going to be equal to the integral from 0 up to 1 of the partial derivative with respect to n of the expression x to the power n minus 1 over the natural log of n x dx. Nice. Now like I told you, this is a constant, so we just differentiate the numerator. Now derivative of minus 1 is 0, it's a constant. But this part here, we have to say that this is an exponential expression. It will be the natural log of x times x to the power n. Remember how we differentiate exponential functions? If I may remind you here, press for time, but I'm just going to try and be quick on this one. So we are saying y is equal to x to the power n. we're differentiating with respect to n, so we have to take natural log on both sides. Natural log of y equals natural log of x to the power n. Applying laws of logs, this will be n times the natural log of x. Natural log of y equals this. Now, differentiating both sides with respect to n, derivative with respect to n of the natural log of y is equal to derivative with respect to n of n times the natural log of x. Remember, natural log of x is a constant, it must come out. And on the left, we have 1 over y, we reciprocate y, and then dy dn. Remember how we differentiate natural log. On the right-hand side, the natural log of x must come out because a constant times derivative with respect to n of n, and you can see that that's just 1. So we have 1 over y, dy dn. On the right-hand side, we have natural log of x times 1. And multiply by y both sides, you're going to get dy dn. Let me take it to the next page. Next page here. Proceeding there, you will agree with me that dy, let me write here, dy dn, take y to the other side, it will be natural log of x times y. And what is y? Moving back to our original step, y equals x to the power n. So this is just natural log of x times x to the power n. There you have it. So that explains why we must have in the next step the integral from 0 up to 1 of this part here is going to be natural log of x times x to the power n all over the natural log of x. Remember, x is a variable as well. And then we have dx. Now this cancels this. This is where the idea is. And that's the technique, is to get rid of the denominator, like I said, the natural log of x, to get rid of that and then proceed with integration. Now, so we have a very simple integral now to evaluate. As you can see, the integral we have now is, let me remove the paper here, because I have too much paper on my desk here. All right, let me remove that paper. So now I'm saying to you that the integral we have is a very simple one to evaluate now. It's, let me just collect what is remaining. Integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power n dx. Now notice, we just have to use power rule. So this is x power n plus 1 all over n plus 1. And what are we saying? Our limits of integration, 0 up to 1. So this is, put 1 there, it will be 1 power n plus 1 all over n plus 1. Minus, put 0 there, it will be 0 power n plus 1 all over n plus 1. Now notice that 1 power n plus 1 is just 1 all over n plus 1. Minus, this will be 0 over n plus 1. Now notice that this is just 0. So our final answer is 1 over n plus 1 minus 0, which is just 1 over n plus 1. So what are we saying? Let's move back. Where we come from is here. We come from here. This expression here, derivative with respect to n of f of n is equal to this. So we're looking for a function whose derivative is this one. Now let's proceed to page number 4, and we're interested in this part. I want to just carry on a d with derivative with respect to n of f of n. Therefore, derivative with respect to n of f of n is equal to 1 over n plus 1. That's what we arrive. That's where we arrive at. Look at this here, there, our final step. Now all I have to do is multiply by dn both sides, and then perform integration. So this is derivative of f of n is equal to 1 over n plus 1 dn. If integrate both sides, the integral of d of f of n will be equal to the integral of 1 over n plus 1 dn. On the left, you agree with me, it's just f of n. On the right is the natural log of n plus 1. And then we have to say plus constant of integration. Now, remember our initial condition, the two observations we made. The first one was this one, f of 0 equals 0. So what are we saying? F of 0 equals 0. It implies that I must put 0 here, and then where there's n, I must put 0 also. Natural log of 0 plus 1 plus c. This is 0 equals natural log of 1 plus c, and natural log of 1 is 0, as you can agree with me. So this will be 0 plus c, and clearly from here you can see that c is equal to 0. Taking us to page 5 just to conclude this. So we are now saying c is equal to 0. That implies that c is equal to 0. So what are we saying? We're moving back to here. Moving back here, c equals 0. It means f of n equals just the natural log of n plus 1. So therefore, f of n is just equal to natural log of n plus 1. Now we move to observation number 2. What was our second observation? It was to evaluate the integral. We just have to put where there's n, put 7. There it is, observation number 2. So we put 7 where there's n, and we are at the final step. So therefore, here f of 7 will just be equal to natural log of. Now I can use round brackets because it's not necessary to maintain absolute values, because that is a constant, and this expression can never be a negative. So this is just a natural log of 8. So we're saying f of 7 equals natural log of 8. But what is f of 7? In our second observation, f of 7 is just the integral we are required to evaluate. There it is, f of 7 equals that. So we're going to say, therefore, as we conclude this, therefore, the integral from 0 up to 1 of x to the power 7 minus 1 over the natural log of x dx is just equal to the natural log of 8. Final solution. Right, I hope you found this useful. I'll be interested to hear from you. I'll see you in the next one.